Stretches? Oh my. Ah, the horror. Also, this is the third day in a row. Let's go.
Oh, we have now ascended, have we?
I'm now an actual person who does things properly so.
Uh,
Going live. Where's going
moving
live?
up in the world.
At here. 3 days in a row. What type of stream is this? What are we doing? Oh right, D&D. D&D
Finding Ormos
wishing.
in desert eastern country. Remember to add another D to it.
Desert Eastern Coast.
No,
Desert.
D&D, because you were doing D&D. Dragons and Dragons.
Alright.
Dungeons and Dungeons and Dungeons.
D&D and D.
Yeah, that, I don't know. Stick with the consistency. That's what I'm trying to say.
I was thinking about making my middle name D&D so I could use D&D as a general term. Hi Snow. Goodbye Snow. Have fun, Lurk. What do you think? Like, because like I am gonna be like officially changing my middle name soon.
Have you officially changed your first name yet?
No.
Oh, it's one fell swoop kind of thing.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
more or less I'm changing my first name properly finally, and then I'm gonna change my middle name. And I want my middle name to be something funny or nothing at all.
I see. I'll pretend to be disheartened by that.
You can change your middle name too.
mm, I mean, D&D would be a funny middle name, but I think you can do better.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, I think you can do better.
Hey, I know it's rich people problems of having a middle name, but it's not actually. It's
No. Because
you
it
can
used
give
to be.
yourself a middle name. I don't know why it's a country problem.
I mean, originally, I think middle names were developed, or last names. Last names, I think, were developed due to essentially people having to move around to dissociate two guys named Jeff, while farmers would like move to different farms for like supremacy or something. Yeah, yeah, because the plague killed off so many people, and then they had to move around. That. Yeah, I don't know what middle names we develop for. Probably just following consistency.
Point is, something something. What's a funny middle name?
Wayne.
Wayne, let's go, Wayne Empire.
How do you spell it? Different each time.
I could also make it an acronym of R something T. I don't want to be a rat though.
Yeah, I was just about to say you probably don't want to be a rat. Actually, the first thing that came to my mind was rock, and then you don't want to be that either, probably.
Mario.
Mari. First name Mario, middle name Mari.
If I just make all my like first, middle, and last name Mario, do you think I could just get away with being like, yeah, no, my name's Raylan?
I
Why
mean,
does it say Mario, Mario, Mario? I don't
you.
take life seriously.
I mean, you probably wouldn't want to do that, but I'd give mad props respect for it. Hi, I'm Raylan. But your passport says. Can you spell out your passport name? Mario. No, you just make your middle name Luigi. Mario, Luigi, Mario.
I could do the new dang fangled way of I could do the new way of like naming things and just name myself like Butter. RBT?
I don't think I get that one.
I don't know, but it's Mario Luigi Bowser. It's just Butter. Butter's so dumb. It's kind of like naming someone after Aqua or Ruby, but Butter. Sorry, Aquamarine.
Yeah, that's such a good show. I haven't seen the most recent episode, I don't think. Is there a most recent
Raylan
episode?
Ramlan Megamine.
Wagama!
Explosion!
Ooh.
I could just go with the Ramlan because it's dumb. I do love Ramlan because it's so, like, nonsensical.
I'd like to be Raylan Ramlan.
And it'd be hurt. But kind of like a car. I don't even have my lights on in my room. Do that. Who's Ram? No. That's why my middle name's Raylan. Who's Ram? Last name.
You. I have chosen you to become a part of the last name clan. Will you take my last name?
Oh. Raylan, insert middle name. Last name.
Raylan name.
Insert middle. Insert name.
Huh. Oh, man. I just choked on water for that one.
Okay, but the whole original purpose was like, so I could be like, Danger? Danger's my middle name. Let's go. Or something like that.
Danger.
Man, we really need someone smart. Smart? Ouch. Ouch. That cuts deep. That cuts deep, Snow. Raylan, useless. No. Raylan, genius. Last name.
Or you just do a single letter.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Or it's like, oh yeah, what's the X stand for?
Extreme. What was Aqua's religion again?
I believe.
Huh?
I believe Aqua's religion was the Axis cult.
Oh, that Aqua, right? That makes more sense.
Not Aquamarine, no.
How do you know?
Because Aquamarine doesn't have a religion, and Aqua does have a religion. No? I mean, Axis is a cool name.
That's pretty deep. But then I'd be a rat. Unless I change my last name. Raylan Axis Powers. That give me rap.
I am the Axis Powers. Little did you know, the Axis Powers is too strong.
There's so many good options. How do I? Okay, okay. I should probably decide later.
Today we have a very special episode. Maybe it. I mean, it's more just probably continuing what we were doing anyway. Hopefully, I don't have to read another airplane teleprompter.
Hey, we got 4 hours of you reading like Airplane Simulator.
You know what's the worst thing about that? That I did not doubt for a second that that was a real airplane teleprompter.
What?
While reading that, it just was an airplane teleprompter, like
Oh
literally,
yeah.
like
No, that was
not like
absolutely like just like an airplane teleprompter, whatchamacallit, just full
that
on.
brought back PTSD, airplane PTSD. So, do you want to cue us with a recap?
I did last time.
Yeah, well, you're good at it.
Ah, I just got compliments. Last time, on the adventures of Adventures Through Magic Land of Cup, Grail, Wish, Bam, Forgo. Up to the news? No, I am not up to the news. Justin might be up to the news, but I am not up to the news.
News is a deadly laser.
Magic Wish Cup goes vroom, vroom, vroom. Everyone's like, I want that. So they do the best thing they can and get slave labor. But Hornra doesn't have slaves. She has companions and friendship. That's why she's gonna win. Except for the other people who have friendship, but like that, don't worry about it. The terrorists shot up the school, so Kiku's daughters died, and we are looking for the culprit. But that's because we aren't looking for the culprit to kill. We're looking for the culprit to bring home, so Kiku can kill without us knowing he's gonna kill him. Because Ormos' cult was behind the attack. That being said, we went on a regular taxi, which entered into a magic taxi. As we started to fly, the regular taxi man was like, hey, maybe I should become the personal driver of this crazy person called Honra. They almost got me killed and bullets got shot into my car, but I could retire early. As the plane is going to discount desert eastern country. Unspecified desert eastern country. With terrorists. Magic terrorists. I am magic. Dyer is not magic yet.
Yep, that pretty much summarizes it.
I'm so curious what the news is. I'm always so... Usually the news is just hate crimes.
Hate crimes and lucky cupcake stuff.
I mean, a lot of it is usually fear-mongering. Fear-mongering, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, there's those guys in the submarine that was destined to fail that failed.
Oh, you heard about that too? Oh my goodness, apparently I'm more like up to date than I expected.
Yeah, the moment they were like, and this is expected, how much they have left to live, I was like, they're already dead. Even if you pull them up, they're dead. They're dead at this point.
Like I started a mercenary group going against their former employers. Are the employers billionaires? Cause I'm in the eat the rich mentality. I'll be honest. Get rid of my middle name before I'm Aiden. Oh,
No, I don't
Russians.
know anything about what's going on in Russia at the moment.
No, I have no clue. All I know is like Ukraine and Russia invading Ukraine is the words that were put into my mouth by media.
Yep.
Which, probably the case. I don't know. I'm inviting a desert country. A unspecified eastern desert country, but don't worry, we're like in fake Britain, not fake America, so we're safe.
Exactly. Fake Britain would never do anything wrong.
Fake Britain would never do anything wrong, like, stage anything or, fund terrorists.
As magical as the journey was, Honra could then start to feel the sinking feeling of descent. Out the window, the scenery had changed from land and green of golden fields to lush, beautiful, bright green vineyards, to forested, more secluded mountains, and then finally, while across the channel, a lake of sand. Sand and desert as far as the eye could see. Much in akin to Kagas. Back home. Kagas was a place which was full of sand. And Honra, some of her last memories were there. Well, before the shift. Kagas was a wellspring of knowledge and religion. But she didn't get the same impression from this place. Descending into one of their more outermost cities, she had the idea that this place was more impoverished. The buildings, as they got closer and closer, didn't look as clean. The terminal was not as magical. The place, not all there. Dyer had been asleep for but the entire journey. As you could already tell, she wasn't going to enjoy her trip back. I mean, Honra would. Minus the fact that she was in a literal death trap, which was these airplanes. But they had a less of a chance to fail, of course, because they were magic.
Could you imagine if, like, our ally actually lied and it's not magic and it's just, like, regular, like, technology? That sounds crazy, though, right?
Why would she do that? I haven't seen anything magical yet from this thing. She just put you
Normies
on a
aren't
normal
that
airplane.
dumb.
Almost as clockwork, as the plane started to roll towards the terminal. Dyer woke up as if she had been put under by some sort of sleep spell.
Maybe that was magic.
Oh.
Okay, you want to hear the best joke ever that Homer's not gonna say? So we're about to take off, Dyer.
Oh, my head. Oh, my head.
How are you feeling? You seem to have passed out for the entire flight.
There's no more of it? Oh, thank heavens.
Not until we had to leave. Although you did miss a beautiful sight.
I only want to get on a plane one more time. And that's when we're leaving.
Oh, poor Diane. She isn't as well refined and high classed. I assume I like stand up and my legs are asleep essentially, and I almost stumble.
Honor's been on a train before. Trains last much longer than these.
Oh, right, yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. So I am well refined, lady. Perfect. High and mighty, let's go.
The sound of the occasional other passengers. Most of them, actually, most of the passengers, now that you pay attention to it, may have a darker complexion, as would reflect the sandland.
Honor actually fits in for once.
As strange as that was to learn upon coming to this place, back at home, something akin to the color of one's skin was not actually ever depicted on environment. Usually that was decided by, well, seemingly random. The people here seem to be more consistent. Helps you track where they're from.
But it seems
It
like
was
we've finally arrived.
Then let's get our stuff and find Ormos as quickly as possible. But I still haven't seen your friend. Were they on board with us?
I'll reach out psychically to make sure.
You get the feeling like there is a presence.
Don't worry about it. They're quite capable. But it will probably just us two for a while.
Bong, bing, bing. Hello, thank you for flying with us today. The outside temperature is 33 degrees, with a light wind coming in from the north. It's looking like it's going to be a toasty day today, so make sure that you gather all the sunscreen you need. As for our time, we are currently at 10:45 sub Eastern time. Make sure to set your clocks back, watches, pocket watches, and any other such. On behalf of Air Magica, I would like to thank you, and we wish you a happy and safe trip. Bing
Huh.
bong. I guess it would make sense that, well, time change happens. I never thought of that much.
Did she experience it with like the other? No, she wouldn't have ever, right?
No, back on Wayne. The only time change you would ever have to experience is going to Caugus, funny enough. But Dyer's never been. Not ever since, recent.
I was about to be like, well, in Kagus. Wait, no, I can't talk about Kagus.
Then again, Caugus was actually an hour behind rather than an hour ahead. So Honra can set her pocket watch.
Oh, I have a pocket watch. I'm so cool.
Funneling off of the plane, the immediate heat. Feels kind of refreshing, actually. It's over 30 degrees, but it doesn't feel, well, humid hot. Just dry hot. The actual airport itself was a much less sophisticated looking building. It had probably been built 40 years ago and was only upkept, never remodeled or revitalized. This was Mako.
Mako, Mako,
At
Mako,
least that's
Mako.
what they called it. Mako, the city at the bordered sands. And this was where we believed Ormos was. You see, Mako has had a bit of political turmoil recently. From what Honra gathered, they were not as well policed, primarily due to the funding of the government. Now, you may remember one of our competitors, Malik Jitar. He is 100% the prince slash king of Amantil, where we are now. You're in his turf now. And
Concerning.
he is a very richy rich guy. In Amantil, Mako is proof that funding gets delved out to who deserves it. And spoiler alert, the common folk don't deserve it. Due to this, a lot of them have began to seek foreign assistance in terms of guns and weaponry to revolt against their dictator. It's kind of hard to revolt against your dictator when he is also praised as an incarnation of their god Nyargil. And a mage.
And a mage.
That's the kind of society you're going into currently.
So we are going to be seen as easy marks.
You're a foreigner, so undoubtedly you're going to be marked. But on top of that, due to the very lacking of, well, niceties for the common folk, they tend to take the niceties by force.
Do
Meaning
we have
overall
an idea
crime
of where
is
to start to look for Ormos, or is it like we have to get like
no,
how
you
long
got
he's
you got to
being
do
here for
scouting.
and like all that stuff?
You got to do scouting. It's not like you got an address and you can just show up. You do have a place where he was last seen, however. Apparently, Ormos was last seen out at a cornerstone Mako Desert pub. One
Oh
that
yeah, he
is,
is a returning customer there.
yeah,
Is that nearby, or is it like we have to travel a bit?
you got to get to the outskirts of town, so it's a travel. But other than that, you're free to go about this however you want.
What time is it currently?
It by the time you're done customs, you're getting out of there at around 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, 11:30 in the morning. So, Honra is probably feeling tired, jet lagged. Oh golly.
A little bit, yeah.
Are you feeling rested after today's flight?
No, I can't say I am. And it's hot here. Oh, I feel like I'm wilting. I don't know why Ormos would ever come to such a place like this. Yeah, he couldn't ever handle the heat.
She knows what Ormos is doing, right?
No.
That seems pretty important information, right? We gotta find a place to talk about.
Might be a good idea.
We need to talk. Let's find a safe place to do so.
Sure thing. We have to find an inn to settle at. All right. Would like to make me any sort of checks or just go as is?
Investigation! I'm actually good at. Woo! I'm a level 5, so that means I get +3 proficiency bonus to my int, which is a +7.
Well, let's get it.
19.
All right, perfect. Yeah, there's a good choice of services, but the two major ones that you would stick for is if you wanted to be immediately branded ever further as a foreigner, you would stay in one of the lodgy hotels. They're essentially a more universal branch in which has certain protections against rowdy individuals. Or you'd stick in one of the local places and probably not stand out as much, but they're definitely not as high quality.
Oh, golly. Okay, so I am able to like cope with the heat, and it's I can probably like play off being a local. Dyer definitely is not able to. I probably can't even either.
I mean, you could play off a local, but there's no way a local has as much money as you do. You're an easy mark regardless, unless you're at a down dress.
Yeah, we should probably stick in like the actual protected location, even though no, because like the protected location, we're gonna stand out, but we aren't trying to blend in. There's like more chance that Ormos is spending their time in like the that one, but realistically, what sort of like terrorist is gonna be staying in a hotel? Now he's got his own base of operation, so he might as well stand out. Although standing out is kind of eh. We
I
didn't
mean,
bring like
normies,
loads of money with us, right? We just okay.
normies, normies probably ain't gonna be able to hold much of a candle to you if you need to get into a fight.
Okay, right, because I'm level 5, but Dyer could be in trouble.
Exactly. Normies. If you end up picking up some rowdy non-normies, that's a different problem. But
Mm-hmm. And also, I'm a mage. I don't know how they find mages, so, like, I kind of need the protection. But that stands out more. I need to blend it. Oh, golly. We're gonna split the party. No, we aren't.
how many death flag things can we say in one sentence?
Alright.
Remember, even if the
Hmm?
party's together, you still die. And the ones you
No, the
love are
perfect way
taken
to
from
think
you.
about what is the story? The story to find Ormos. Realistically, if we were going to do this in the storybook method, I don't think the protagonist, myself, and Dyer should theoretically stay at the low down location. There is that certain air of naivety where we would go to the nice one, leave the town, probably try to get robbed. Honer would be like, "Nah, you don't." Stand up, pretty much make sure they like stand down in whatever way, probably talking them down, and then we'd get to the bar. There'd probably be a bit of a whispers about us. People would be expecting us, and Ormos is either there or not there. Versus going to the shady location, probably being no. We storybook wise, the story. Do we want to play the naive people though? Yeah, that's probably right. Storybook wise, right? Does Honer agree? Like painting the story of this world of us.
More interesting to stay in a rich place. At least
Well,
for the story you're going at. You could easily tell a story of going to the poor place and you guys being miserable the entire time. It'd make a compelling story, but she's
the
also
rich place is the more
a fancy
interesting one for
author.
the readers to see the contrast between the niceties and then the niceties of this country versus the not niceties of this country.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Nice place it is. Let's go.
These people, while most of these articles back at home would be ingenious and show a grand future. Cars, electric sight posts, all of it was great. Perfect. However, it came across kind of like Aichi was. A grungy, dirty city where all the technology only ended up tampering or hampering what made it good. It was half-assed put together, hobbled out of pieces and bits and bobs. There's some people who had a very nicer look to them, but no one appeared friendly. Believe it or not, they actually have their own language here. Honra doesn't speak it, of course. She figured everyone would just
Comprehend
speak
languages. But that doesn't let me... Wait, is comprehend languages only text? Oh, golly, it's been so long.
We never usually have to cast that spell.
Yeah, and I don't want to stand out as a mage here, so yeah, no.
We know what happened when Avier stood out as being magically potential back at home.
Yeah, I have a knife with me. I can stab things. Is it like a dagger knife or is it a D1 dagger or D1 knife?
I think that's just a D1 knife, ain't it?
I probably want like an actual D4 dagger so I can use my finesse.
Well, you can finesse those knives.
Oh, cool. I probably want like a short sword. No,
We'll
it's
just get
still
that
weird. Do
rapier
people
back.
walk around with weapons here?
You wouldn't say people walk around with weapons. Military occupants walk around with weapons.
So the best thing I can do is a D4 dagger. Got it.
Yeah. You are going to be D4 daggering up against assault rifles. If you have to fight the cops.
I don't plan to fight the cops.
You might also have to fight terrorists.
Yeah, that's a downside.
But do remember, you have a really big gun.
Yeah, I do have a really big gun called like a servant, but like eh
The hotel is on a stretch. It's newer stone, carved. It has a beautiful red tarp out front to block from probably the sun. A chauffeur, a bouncer, armed militia. Doesn't look too good on the outside, but walking inside, it is a place of luxury. Golden armaments, statues wearing at least some sort of traditional armor that Honor doesn't recognize. Huge crystalled marbled floors, a dedicated sweeper and cleaner to make sure that they clean at all times. Almost as if mirrors. You walk across velvet red rugs with intricate designs, which you do recognize. They are designs that would be shown in a Caugus location.
probably like a Caugus like home though.
It was more like the library.
Okay, so high quality. Okay.
but it's clearly meant to be a look at this old thing. It's the entire area here is made to resemble ancient culture.
Yeah, she doesn't like this place.
The receptionist is a small, pudgy man. He has a little twirled mustache and a very nice suit. It almost seems like he himself was polished.
Her her face softens a bit because hey, at least people as I mean no, I guess people
Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome to Tiara's Hold. He puts both of his hands together and then makes a welcoming gesture outwards.
Thank you. We're looking for a room to spend the night. I suppose day as well.
Just
We
one
just
night?
arrived off the plane.
May I ask where you have been coming from?
Oh, why is regular conversation so intense? I mean, I don't have to say America, which means we're probably gonna have higher, like, regards, right? Oh,
You could just say our journeys have brought us to Brighton.
was that where we were at?
I mean, you've been there for a long time, but I mean, Brighton is the place in bootleg in England. Brighton is bootleg in England.
Just before this, we were in Brighton, actually.
Good friends to the north. Will that be one night, or do you plan on staying for the week?
We'll have to book it one night at a time, if that's alright.
But of course. Let me just check our room designation. Were you looking for a penthouse? Or perhaps just a regular room?
So tempted to say penthouse. So tempted to say penthouse. I mean, a penthouse, I don't know what that entails. Oh, God. I mean, staying up in the nice night, that draws a bit too much attention. But then again, no, that's a bit too much attention. It does have
You
that,
see,
like,
I would
momentary
suggest the penthouse.
Hmm?
I would suggest the penthouse. It comes with the free complimentary dinner at our world-class dining hall.
Oh, Honra's so rich. Honra has rich blood in her. Oh, that sounds lovely. No, we shouldn't. I think the regular room is just fine for us. In this trip.
But of course, the penthouse would be much better spent over a weekend trip. I can assure you that each night would be a night to remember. But our regular rooms are still quite enjoyable.
That does sound quite tempting. Perhaps once I know I'm going to be staying the full week. Smiling. Just like kind of like yeah, I got some cash, bro, but like okay, like I'll spend it here. Like yeah, okay, as long as you This is a tester.
Most of our rooms are actually up at the moment, but we do have a gentleman leaving in 114B. If you wouldn't mind spending some time in our lobby or perhaps at the bar while we clean the room for you. They say he's a renowned detective.
Oh my. A renowned detective. Now that sparks the imagination.
Yes, a world-class traveler and a bit of a picky fellow. There most likely won't be much to clean.
I suppose he's leaving, isn't he?
Yes, he had just recently solved an expert case. Of course, so I hear.
But yes, of course, I don't mind waiting at all. Please, do take your time.
Payment is upfront. Meaning you pay right now.
Cool, yep, I'll pay for it.
We don't have credit cards yet. I don't even think they've been before credit cards. Huh. Yeah, there's a pretty penny on this place.
Good thing I didn't get the penthouse, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's probably really, really luxurious, but it's a lot of cash flow.
She might be able to afford it still, but still. I want to find this detective dude.
Loaded. This place is a place for people who are loaded, not wealthy. At least that's the cost of this place.
No price for safety, as they say.
Ah, mon ami.
Is that the detective? Is he French?
He is French. He is actually French. He's not
He's not a fake French that we usually have. He's real French.
There's an actual
real fake French. Not the real fake French, but the real fake French. Probably called like Francois.
The accommodations were perfect. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. Here is my key. I will be sure to be showing you some of my complimentary attention the next time I am around.
Hunter is definitely making an eye over towards him.
He is really symmetrical.
Huh.
His face is perfectly symmetrical, which does lead to a bit of attraction. But he is a much older gentleman. His suit perfectly symmetrical, without a snuff of hair on it. He wields a cane, however, the cane always rests in his front. To offset it, he does, however, have what looks to be a little eyepiece. Just a little bit of binoculars on a stick. He wears a small pair of rounded reading glasses, has a short but perfectly groomed little side beard, and a rather, well, I mean, probably the worst part about his face, a mustache which is ever so cleanly cut in a way you wouldn't be able to mistake it. He looks like he's a little bit of a neat freak. especially considering he handed the keys with a cloth. Interesting choice for coming to a place of sand. Well,
Have I already
then I
paid?
shall be off. Monsieur?
Have I already
Tips?
paid?
You have paid, yes.
Excuse
If you
me.
want to harass the detective, yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, listen. Are you perhaps in a rush?
Oh, mademoiselle. No. Do you have some business with me?
I might. I heard you're a renowned famous detective. And as an author, that does pique my interest. But if you're looking for a new job, I may have something for you. Jump on this opportunity.
Ah, I knew I recognized you from somewhere. You are the Sidin, the Honrasu man, are you not?
Oh my goodness, I'm being recognized. How embarrassing. Oh my. Don't stop.
It is quite an honor to be in your presence, madame. Ah, but of course, I have yet to introduce myself. I am Lencois Bergnan. Bergand? Bergand. Lencois. What brings you down so far from the north? Of course, Amentil is not a common visiting location.
Would you like to move to the... Because I assume we're just standing in front of the reception desk.
Yes, he has no problem moving over to a place to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just, say something like, would you like to take this a bit, somewhere's a bit more private?
But of course.
As, we'll walk off to, like, either the bar or, like, I don't know, like, the whatever waiting room.
You had mentioned that you had some sort of job. So as you say.
This is our first day here, and we're looking for somebody. Ah! Hi, Amber.
Hola.
I don't think it's going to be as daring or as exciting as anything else you've done, but my friend Daire's brother has gone missing recently, and we need to track him down. This might be a bit too below your grade pay. Jason? Snake? 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 Snake! Alright, I guess it's you and me, Umbra. Maybe Snow still. How's it going? French man is French man. So essentially, what y'all missed is we got off the plane. We were like, okay, choice time: fancy hotel, rich hotel. Horn was like, the story demands the rich hotel, and then she was right because there is a famous detective as we're hunting down Ormos. Ooh, Stellaris. Fuck! I'm so bad. I meant to message you back. Oh, I'm so bad with Discord messages. I definitely know what. God, I was okay. So like my plan. Okay, so the reason why I'm bad at messaging people back is I feel bad about like messaging people of like, oh, I gotta figure it out, because I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta figure it out. I'm not sure what I'm doing today, so I like figure that out and then message you back. And I figure it out. I'm like, oh cool, I figured it out. I know what I'm doing today if I'm doing something, and then it's like, you know, too late because I forgot because my brain can only focus on one thing at a time. But no, I definitely know what Stellaris is. My roommate plays it all the time. I've seen like a bit of gameplay. It seems fun. It's a star version of the game I'm playing, from what I understand, with shapes, strategy, civilization builder, Civ 6, but stars. It's a good one.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Yes. I've returned. But I
What?
cannot simply think to imagine leaving two people unattended in such a dangerous town. Please, allow me to be your guide of sorts. It is no problem at all.
Oh, try insight? Do I want to insight? That seems too easy. I'm gonna insight. That was way too easy. What the fuck?
You're going to be taken advantage of. You're going to be manipulated by the Frenchmen. No. Just from what you can gather of him, this world famous detective, Mr. Lencois, he is he's shockingly genuine. You don't think there's a lying bone in his body.
Oh, I love this man already.
Then again, he's more inclined to speak his mind, even in front of a receptionist. But he isn't distactful, and you do detect off of him. If you had to guess his highest stats, they would be wisdom and intellect, without a doubt.
Oh my good Francois.
Francois.
Was that his actual name? I'm gonna say it's Francois.
No, it's not. It's Lencois.
Langqua. Why is it so similar? I might call him just Francois for the funsies of it.
I mean, unless you can tell me this is pronounced any differently, but
Yeah, the L is actually fur noise. Francois. Although, actually, now that we have that established, I must know. Are you able to tell me a bit about your most recent daring investigation was?
it was but a tragedy. I was traveling not too far from here
in order to attend one of my good friend, Mr. Bukossi, with his wedding. He was getting married. However, a jealous bride had managed to commit an act unfavorable to the highest degree. She had managed to kill an ex-lover who was engaged in an affair with my friend. It is not something that pleases me very. But
So wait.
as you say, up north, leave a V.
Oh, sorry. So pretty much his had like the okay. So the wife, the bride killed ex who was cheating with the husband.
Yes.
Like the bride. What is this like a
He
love
was
triangle?
he was he was invited by the husband who was being married to the bride, and the bride found out the husband was having an affair with an ex. So the bride killed the ex, and
Okay,
I
okay.
assume tried to pin it on the husband before they got married.
That is quite tragic for your friend, and that it had come to light in a should have been a joyous occasion.
It was more sorrowful that the loss of life had to be done over something so frivolous. Oh,
She
mon
can
ami.
definitely
He had
understand
made
that.
so many mistakes. I had always told him, but alas, he did not ever listen.
Life can surely be cruel. A single mistake or mix-up can lead to such a tragedy. Definitely reflecting into her own life. But I suppose it's up to people like you to make sure that those mistakes don't snowball even further out of control.
But of course, I am Lencois, the world's greatest detective, and no truth can ever escape me.
I'm so scared of this man. He's gonna figure out everything. You are not from this world.
But I have not gotten your name, madame. He looks towards Dyer.
Is she just dying of needing water?
She looks like a wilted plant.
Do we give her water? Can we give her more water?
She has water.
Okay.
I'm Dyer. Nice to meet you, Lanquist. Lenqua.
Oh, poor Diane, baby. I want to go to like. Is there air conditioner in here or no?
Not really, no. Air conditioning doesn't really exist.
Oh.
Gotta
Is there like a
breeze.
fan? I don't have a fan or anything to cool her down. Oh. Like, does she actually look unnaturally wilted, or is that like a hyperbole?
It's an exaggeration of her state.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
She will eventually start to look wilted, but that takes time. She just has to adapt. Adapting takes time. Well, and what is it? Let me guess. I think I have already found that you are looking for someone. As he gestures down to a pommel.
A pommel?
Someone very dear.
Didn't I
A
already
pommel.
say, like, we're looking for her brother?
Honor does feel like the conversation did jump a little weirdly there.
Yeah.
Like, no, that is a good catch. Something definitely happened there.
My insight isn't up, is it?
It's nothing he did. But you can't quite put your finger on what happened.
Arcana check. Is there magic afoot? 20!
There is magic afoot.
His magic or someone else's magic?
No, this man doesn't have any magic. This guy's a normie.
Some sort of,
Actually, we're looking for my brother.
I'm
Dyer
gonna
doesn't seem
send...
to have noticed it. Dyer doesn't seem to have noticed it.
Send a mental message towards, my servant! Just, I noticed some sort of magic surge. Something magical, some magical effect took place.
It's some sort of time dilation. But unfortunately, as we stem further away, I have less of an ability to detect such things.
Wait, is she weaker? Away from the Grail? Oh, gods.
Did something catch your mind?
And... Sorry, don't worry. I got distracted with a thought.
But of course. Lady Summon. Lady Dyer, your room is ready.
That was way too quick, wasn't it?
Pretty quick, yeah. The services here are extraordinarily quick. Say, why don't we rendezvous after you have had some time to drink the water and rest the eyes? I can meet you back here in tomorrow morning. What say you? And then we can go and try and find your brother.
Does that work for you?
My train, it leaves in about a week.
Okay, so we already had different plans for accommodations, essentially.
Yeah, he's stuck here. He's overlaid for a week. For some reason, he's taking a train. instead of, flying.
Probably to his next destination. Oh, look over to Daener as well because she's pretty impatient. Well, she's dying right now. She's good with anything.
She's good with anything.
And then we'll see you tomorrow morning.
I look forward to it. Good day. And he just smiles, tips his hat, and walks off.
Oh, world's greatest detective might have been a mistake, but oh well.
You already bought the room, but there's something entirely sketchy that came out to me in that entire conversation.
What's that?
He's laid over for 10 days, yet he's not staying multiple nights.
Yeah, no, that is weird. Like, he is honest, but who says, like, the people he is working for are honest? Who says that a mage... Who's to say he didn't discover magecraft? And the mage is using him as a puppet.
He may be the world's greatest detective, but he's still a guy. He's still probably a level 1, maybe level 2 guy. And against a level 7 some odd mage, he doesn't stand much of a chance, do he?
Nope. Mind control, time dilation, all that stuff. Scrying.
I think the time dilation probably came from the hotel.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was that as well.
But even still...
I'm going to look at the room, see if there's residue magical signatures, and make sure we're unbugged. So once I get up here, I'm going to help Daener move because she's dying slowly.
The room up here is nice. It's a very luxurious looking room. A luxurious bed. You can tell just by the changing of blankets and pillows that the previous tenant was extremely tidy.
I'm going to lie Daener down and put like a wet cloth over her head, do a bit of care for her, and then do the investigation arcana.
Roll it.
Investigation. Arcana loth.
There is a presence of magic that you definitely recognize. It's not like a bug or anything. It's more of a anti-divination warding. It's light. It's a light field. Not very strong.
Oh.
However, it would make sense that just a normal person, if they ever detected it, they would feel uneasy about it. Most non-magical people, when they walk into rooms, and they feel like they're always being watched, or in some cases, like this room where it feels an eerie amount like they're not being watched, it could come across as supernatural without real explanation.
There's like a moment of like, oh, that's nice, and then, oh, this is the place that's going to be targeted by terrorists.
There's definitely an off feeling there. But yes, not like this room in particular, but by entering this building, you've essentially put a target on your back. You've admitted to the world you have a decent amount of money, and by staying a night here, you'll probably get a tail leaving wherever you go. Not only that, magic. If you do stay multiple nights in this, you're probably a mage who understands it, meaning you'll be hit by the magic terrorists. If they're running a whole shtick.
Has
Which you're almost
Diana recovered a
guaranteed
bit?
She might be better in a couple hours, but no.
I probably have, like, work to do, like, not here. Have I written a missive to death?
I don't have a missive to death recorded.
Well, I wrote something which is called a missive to death. She'll work on that because I have that written out. She'll actually put that in writing.
Is it just on your character sheet?
Yeah, below. I'm going to it now, so you can just click on my name. If I can find it. There we go. I found it. Should I read it out? Should I not read it out?
You can read it out if you want. I think it's better if you do.
Hmm?
Let's read it out.
Just so it's more thematic. I just love just like sitting on like a desk, if this place has a desk, and writing this out on a piece of paper. Oh, we can probably move the sky taxi.
Yeah, the sky taxi is kind of less relevant. Ooh, we got a bloop bloop.
What is bloop bloop? Is that you?
That was a me bloop bloop. That was you rolling.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I made the mistake and turned my sound on.
Oh, how horrible.
That was just normal terrorists.
Yeah, we're in the desert place. It's fine. We can stay here.
It's not racist.
World's greatest detective. This is just like nonsense. Ah. The fact that we found him, like, if you don't think the world's a simulation. Oh, my bad. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sorry, this is so edgy. I love it. Okay, it's not even edgy. The title is A Missive to Death, so I don't write that down. That's just my own title. So it starts with... Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll down a bit. That's scrolling down too much. Near my mentor death. Comma, enter. I hope this missive finds you after my death. However, I will not be upset if you read it beforehand. I will keep the formalities limited and say my intent. You should go kill yourself. Although it could be entertaining to surprise everyone and kill the concept of death so nobody could die, it would be best to make that decision without whatever chains and order you follow. Lost my spot. The stories that are told and memories continue to grow and flourish The stories that are told and memories continue to flourish and flourish life, and that's so poorly written. God damn it, me. The stories that are told and memories continue to grow and flourish life. If you hold on to that order and memory, then life could rise again. Whatever event created you has been blown out of proportion and deserves to die alongside us. If and when you succeed, the legacy of Wayne will continue on in the void you create. There are things outside our range of influence which may one day hear the cautionary tale of Wayne as a comedy or a tragedy. Honestly, the best way to eliminate all traces of Wayne is to undo the accomplishments and reoriginate the world for our accomplishments to be forgotten, like a poorly written book which ends with, "It was just a dream." However, you are an apparition born from Wayne, a continuation and legacy of Miles, retainer to Khaldun. Your task is impossible, just like Sisyphus, or insert other Wayne mythology is closer to Sisyphus of pushing the boulder up a hill and having it fall down. Repeating the same impossible task determined by someone else. I am terrified of you, and could never say such things directly, at least not unprompted. As the captor who holds my life and death in your whims, I hope you the best and pray what is best for you is also the best for me. Signed, sincerely, Hornier Wayne. Breathes out after writing that and tucks it away somewhere safe.
It may not be the flashiest, but it definitely feels like one of the better wills that you've created. Because in truth, everyone knows what you want after you die. Except for death. It at least feels like that.
I will probably mimic it, quote unquote, have it in a similar way of how Ormos' piece of paper was folded, the information I got from him. Just as that little extra kind of yep, nope, I'm doing this because of you. I might get some ice for Dyer.
Tending to Dyer at the moment is a good priority, until at least she kicks into adaptation.
Yeah.
If she does. I mean, at the very least, it is rather shocking to come from a temperate environment to a desert.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure she doesn't die. The best of my abilities. Writing in my spare time if I'm not literally doing anything.
While collecting some ice at the bar, you do take notice of something.
Oh, what do I take notice of?
A haunted poster.
Oh, of Ormos.
No, just some random nobody. You have no idea who they are. But they've been attacking sect religious buildings recently. And it describes them as armed with strange weaponry. And symbology, which looks familiar in some way.
History check?
History could work.
Cool, I'm proficient in history.
Fishermundo.
13!
No, but you've definitely seen it somewhere. Not here. It's a back home thing.
I'll jot down the symbol.
And unbecoming of this place, it's not an old back home thing, it's a new back home thing.
Oh, yeah. Also, Fred, I'm doing good. Get to play D&D. Feels like it's been a while.
It does feel like it's been a while. But, I mean, we have this morning, probably for another 15 some odd minutes, and we have tomorrow morning where we're actually going to get back to Nononoke.
No, okay? Oh, okay. Alright. Jot it down, take account of the note, just be like, okay, this place is definitely weird things are happening, and coincidences are not coincidences. I'd look at my pocket watch. Did it change? Like, are we... I should have looked at it immediately,
Your pocket
so...
watch does seem a couple minutes behind you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, couple minutes behind you. Though I just said it. God damn it, this time place sucks. Upset I
Pending,
could fix it.
pending to Dyer. She does inevitably get better. Later into the night, she manages to get to sleep. And Honora does not sleep very well.
I need to tell her her brother's a terrorist.
Do so tomorrow morning.
Yeah, when we meet the other guy.
We're looking... No, before that.
Yeah.
Honora's night is filled with nightmares.
Oh gods.
Vivid nightmares.
Like vision nightmares?
Vision nightmares.
What? Oh my golly. Oh, okay. Like actual vision nightmares. Oh golly. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, should we? Okay. Yeah.
She's in a town. She doesn't recognize it. Jungle. Standing, looking down from a high point. Seems they've made a wooden wall around this town. The area around is bleak and black and gray and purple. And the very forest or jungle looks like it's about to consume one from the inside out. Faces can be faintly made out in the trees, and eyes can be seen glanting light and reflecting it. She sees someone she knows. A young, orange-haired, spunky soldier by the name of Masahiro. He seems to be leading, or at least inspiring, the Warren troops. Well, it would seem bleak, whatever it is, but there was hope. And then Honra saw it through a skylight. A massive mound of fungal growth tendril-like spores and a mass of pulsating filth. It had a face, stretched and elongated out on the ends of blind tweezers, bones protruding out to make it look as if it was made of elastic rubber. Another retainer by the name of Niall. She was paralyzed in the boots of this soldier. And emerging from the woods, a beast. A beast, a friend, Obito. Much larger and filled with spikes, spires, tattoos, and growth-like muscles. A beast that charged. And her body, climbing down from the tower, charged to face him. Her eyes fixated as he mowed them down. As Honra saw someone. A man with red hair in the distance behind a tree. An evil man. But not a mastermind. She saw the death of Wayne. Manifested as someone trying to save it. Before her head turned into nothing more than a grape, and her night was once again filled with utter silence. The silence she was used to.
Does she wake up in pain?
She doesn't wake up, but when she does, she definitely has the pain as if she did when she would have these sorts of dreams.
She definitely does probably wake up like kind of like half screaming and like rocking back and forth and just like having all that fear and all that like just those feelings she was feeling and stuff and just like that sudden like sit up I assume of like just like definitely like rocking back and forth of just first time in like a long time where that probably just fucks her up.
Oh no, what's the matter?
A vision. Wisdom save? Can I make a wisdom save? Wisdom check?
You can make any sort of check you want.
Wisdom, come. A vision. I had a vision again. The first time it was. Where is she feeling pain? How much damage did I take?
She didn't take any damage. No. Her head is bruised.
Definitely like holding her head. Ew.
Dyer's face is in that of shock.
Hmm?
Dyer's face is in that of shock.
She lowers her hand kind of realizing, okay, it wasn't as bad as it gets. It it wasn't so bad as it usually was.
It gets worse? I had no idea your visions caused you this much pain. Dyer clearly feels a little bit guilty.
You had no way of knowing. It is something I've been ashamed of in some ways, I think.
I'm glad you're better now. You must have been struggling a lot to hit your head like that.
She shakes her head no.
The bed is perfectly clean. Conrad did not move an inch.
It's not like that. Lacerations and other sorts of... Well, the clearer the vision is, the more pain I has inflicted upon me. This bruise simply appeared. I've had many other things, like marks of strangulation. She was about to just go into like the science mode of explaining like all the injuries, but then like hits like a brick wall of something she can't cross anymore, and probably just like kind of like curls up a bit just in the whole like fear aspect of like all the other like things and pains. Yeah. Happy dreams, nightmares, any sort of visions gave me such injuries.
Here, have some water.
She'll shakily take it.
For the time being, I think we should say you just managed to bump your head on something in case the detective man asks.
Nods. What time is it? I'll check my watch, which I have fixed to be proper.
We still have about an hour and a half.
Give me a second. She wants to write down the dream so she doesn't forget it. What the fuck was that? Wait, so like, okay. Probably the last thing is to tell Dyer of Ormos, isn't it? That sounds like a good ending point, right?
Yeah, if you want to.
She'll write it down so I can have an easier time reflecting on it and know what the fuck happened, because I have no clue what the fuck happened there. There's some important information you need to know.
Some important information I need to know.
I thought she knew. Didn't she know about Ormos?
I mean, she never knew he was a part of a terrorist organization.
How did that get confirmed again?
He didn't Or, well, technically, Dee Dee said a while back that it did, that he was part of an organization. Then you pieced together that that organization might be the same as the one that attacked the schools.
And we got the picture.
And you got a weird picture of some other dude, and a picture of Ormos standing in a group.
And the other dude was in that group photo?
Uh, you don't know. The only thing you
I
reckon.
thought the picture we saw was like Ormos shooting a bunch of civilians while Death stood in the background.
There's that picture, but you don't know if they're civilians, and you don't know if the group's the same. Right now, we're just making an assumption that the groups are the same.
Do I have that picture on me?
No, but there are effective ways to recreate it.
I'll recreate only the part of Ormos shooting guns towards people. I don't want to recreate the people being shot because they look like civilians. I should recreate the whole photo. I'll recreate the whole photo and make it a point to cover half of it. And this is a photo I received. Ormos has gotten into some dangerous things, and finding him is going to probably lead to some dangerous situations.
I know we'll be able to be together again. Even if it is a dangerous situation. He has a reason for everything.
Oh, our decision dice essentially of like, do I tell her about anti-magic? I won't bring up Kiku. It may be a part of a... Well, the best theory and my leading theory is that it may be a part of a anti-mage mercenary group.
And I'm not a mage. I'm sure. And he'll explain everything to us when we get to him. Just have to keep a stern voice and stay persistent.
I'm gonna turn to face her in insight.
13? Oh. Sorry, is that a 13?
Yep, I rolled a 13.
Some of this information she had devised for herself. So it didn't come as a massive groundbreaking shock to her. But she's already made up her mind on what she's going to do.
Photo disappears.
Let's go get some breakfast. And then we have a small Frenchman who's willing to help us out. Are you up to doing this?
Of course. Like you said, everything happens for a reason, and I ended up cleansing this symbol yesterday. Do you recognize it? Just a throwaway, like, segue of we going downstairs, I assume.
The line that I think we're going to end on is, I do know that symbol. As she reveals back her arm, my family crest. Cliffhanger.
Oh my goodness! Why is your family crest tattooed there? Huh? Oh.
In this episode, we learned the true meaning of flying a plane.
Hi! Once again, just because I'm not gonna have time to, like, actually talk to people and hang out in someone's chat, I'm not gonna raid. Just gonna end it there. Gonna end pretty quickly because I gotta use the washroom. You probably have to keep going too, so...
I also do.
Sayonara, goodbye, have fun, see you later, thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Tomorrow, no, okay, let's go.
Peace, peace.
3, 2, 1. Oh my god, you got me before we ended. 3, 2, 1.